So, if anybody comes in, what the hey? I'm sitting there thinking, what am I doing? I might as well just go live and show the pre-show. Let's see. Let me go back. Come back in. Friday pre-show. Why not? Just getting ready for the show, that's all. Just getting ready for the show. Hello, whoever's watching. That might be me on the other TV there. Maybe Larry will make it back in. When I cut the other one off, I thought, oh, why do that? I got a bunch of tasks I need to do, and why not let everybody see that too? It's somewhat tiny bit interesting. Let me turn my blade around here. Got to use a mega sharp blade on the corner, on the end there, or it drags the sandpaper everywhere. There we go. Nice and cut. And these blades are cheap, so why not? These are all just the unexciting, mundane tasks of getting the shop ready for turning and stuff. Carrie's out with the grandkids, so just me. So I'm just puttering around the house, doing some laundry and prepping for the Rockler show tomorrow and prepping for the show tonight. All that kind of good stuff. Let me see if I have any comments. Nope, not yet. That's good. Oh, Larry's back. Hey, Larry. Hey, I don't know much about the Pegasus blades. The blade clamps, sorry. I don't think they'll go on my turner or my scroll saw. I went and looked them up real quick. I might have even been looking at the wrong thing. By the way, if you didn't hear my little intro, I was saying I might as well let you see all the mundane tasks I do as I prep the shop for turning. Like, why not, right? Just stand here by myself watching stupid police chase videos. And now I fluff them up because they're 5 sheets thick. So I want to break them up a little bit so we get them tossed around so that they're easier to grab when I'm actually live turning and stuff. Oh, there's my buddy there. I'll have to call him back in a minute. Do my prepping stuff here. Ah, that's not bad. And then I come over here and grab my cup that has all these little pieces in there that I grab them out of. And as you can see, I was getting pretty empty, so I needed more. So we'll just take those and toss them in there. I got a couple little tasks like this to do. And then I'll get off the live and get myself a soda and prep for the big live Friday night. Anyway, let's see. Hey, Bella. I love watching. I know. Sometimes these people are dumb, though. I just was watching one in Arkansas, state trooper, just a couple of weeks ago, chasing some guy, went off the exit, found the edge of the road on the exit, going too fast, went down through a couple of trees and unalived himself. So he is no longer with us. Okay, so there's one. Now we'll do the next one. Let me grab that off the stack of sandpapers. Here we go. Bella, hope you're doing well today. Larry, how you doing? You recovering well after your little episode there and all that good excitement? I hope you're doing well, that's for sure. Let's see, this is getting dull. Let me get a sharp blade. I'll go through a couple of blades like this just because, you know, they're cheap and it's worth it to just have a nice sharp cut. Goes through much better. Yes, indeed. Yep. I just washed it here moments ago. Of course, it's probably the same as 50 others, isn't it? The other one I saw, there was these guys, I don't know where the heck they were, but they went into this apartment complex, drove their SUV all over the center of the complex, and stole a safe out of an apartment into this little mini SUV where it really didn't fit very well. And then they were chasing by the cops, and the cops were ramming them. And I think one of these guys in the vehicle didn't fare too well. I guess he wins the Darwin Award. He'll be leaving the gene pool, not spreading his seed too far and wide. Thank goodness. We need some intelligent people. And you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to solve cancer. You just got to be a nice, kind person having fun in the world and brightening other people's lives, not taking from them. But we know how that saying goes. There are givers and there are takers. All right, there we go. Carrie text something. All right, there's that. All right, let's get back to this here. So this thing is 9 inches wide by 11 this way. So 9 is divisible by 1.5 6 times. So that makes 6 strips that are 1.5 inch long. And then I make them 1 inch wide. And it seems to work out just perfect. And with the cost of these pieces of sandpaper here, there's 5 to a pack. It is about 3 cents per little square when I'm making the pens. And what's interesting is Amazon, for some reason, was having a sale, or whoever sells this stuff was having a sale. And they were half off. So I bought twice as much. So that means on these ones here, these are 1.5 pennies each time I use a little square. And yes, when running a business, you have to know your cost of goods, or you will lose your shirt. Yeah, this is the boring stuff of the shop. One day when the filter needs cleaned, I'll show you how I clean the filter. You'll laugh your butt off. You're like, well, that's not very fun. Yeah, but it needs done. I'll be over to the comments in just a second if somebody's saying something and expecting me to answer. Be happy to answer, but cutting up stuff right now. Oh, maybe this is, yeah, that's right. 11 inches. I'm like, why? I'm 11 now. Oh, that's because I started at 1. I didn't start at 0. All right. Those are all caught up. Let me check for comments there. Hey, Raccoon Eyes. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I was just popping on Raccoon just to do these silly little mundane shop tasks. that are pretty unexciting, but they need to be done. If not, I can't make pens. And I'll be making all pens with every weekend, just like I normally do. And with Carrie gone, I'll probably do a couple extra because she won't be around asking me questions and all that good stuff. She gets a little miffed sometimes. She'll come over at my lathe and stand. And, you know, I know she's there, but I don't dare look at her because the minute I look at her, there's an interruption. And she'll just stand there till I'm ready to finish whatever I'm doing at that moment. And then I'll answer her question or whatever. But she knows now just to patiently wait. And I'm not trying to be rude or nothing like that. I just got to complete that task or I'll get lost. I have learned there's a bit of a flow when turning pens. For me, anyway. I'm not sure how anybody else does it, but for me, there's a flow. And I don't want to interrupt that flow. All right, that's pretty good there. Now my bucket is nice and full of little squares to make pens. All right. And the other one doesn't really need any right now. It's doing okay. Let's see, what else do I need to do here? Need to turn this dull blade around. Oh, that's all dull now. I'll replace it so I have a nice sharp one, because the most dangerous knife is a dull knife. You'll hurt yourself more using a dull knife than using a sharp knife. Which is almost backwards if you think about it. Because what happens is you overcompensate in strength the lack of sharpness and usually slip. And you can get yourself cut pretty bad with a dull knife, I'll tell you. All right, let me put this away. Let's see. All right, that's over there. The filter doesn't need cleaned right now, and that's good. I'm getting ready to go do the turning event at Rockler tomorrow, and I'm going to take all these with me, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, in about 4 hours, answering people's questions and stuff like that. I might get that much done. That's about 3 an hour. So I get 2 or 3 an hour, and I'll get all these turned up, get them going real nice. So I'll put that down in there now. I had to put a new battery in my car yesterday. It was dead. The battery had been in there 7 years, and my car is a much older car. It's a guy's car, right? It's not perfect. It runs well. Air conditions like a dream. I replaced the stereo in it with a Alpine something or other that's got AM, FM, CarPlay, all that kind of stuff in it, so it hooks up to my phone. And all the windows work. They go up and down, all that kind of stuff. And it just keeps going. So I'll just keep driving it as long as it does. There's no payments. Insurance is cheap. It gets pretty decent gas mileage, probably 22 miles to the gallon. But I don't want to get rid of it because it's just my car. It's my work truck. My car is my work truck. Hey, Joe. Well, that sounds like fun. Hey, Catherine Hauserman. How the heck are you doing? We miss you. I know we've got to get back on the Discord thing. And right now, Catherine, I'm just doing a little pre-show type of thing, doing some menial tasks around the shop. Nothing terribly exciting. That kind of thing. Yes, she certainly has been missed. I miss her seriousness, and I miss her serious, funny jokes. Yeah, she loves Discord because she gets to talk. And I got to figure out how to marry that back up. And you know what? I think we're probably far enough where it got a little crazy, Catherine, with some of the characters that are in there, that I think it'll probably be pretty chill now, and it might be a good way to go. So I'll investigate that here in an hour, see if I can get that fired up, and I'll put a link in there and all that kind of stuff. But I just don't want it to get too crazy because it got a little. We had some complaints. Let's put it that way, that some people were not being very modest. That's a good word, modest, tactful. You do a mixing at Leopard. You do a mixling at Leopard Leatherworks. We're not doing a mixing right now. Right now, we're just doing menial tasks around the shop. Like I was just cutting up some sandpaper, and I don't need to clean the filter today. And I already rounded up a bunch of blanks. So we're getting ready to really shut this little particular live down here. And in 30 minutes, we'll be back for the actual live. So come on back. Maybe we'll fire up some Discord and see what's going on there. But anyway, been fun spending time with everybody here. Hope to see you in about, no, Catherine, you were perfect in the Discord. But you got to admit, we heard some things that were choice. That's a good word. They were choice. And we got some complaints from new customers coming in, not understanding why things were being said the way they were. And I'm like, okay, we're going to have to shut that down and chill out. But yeah, I'll get it back going tonight just for you. So we'll probably see you in about a half hour. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.